Codeks Productions, Lao'd Mouth on the lyrics. Make sure you hear it. The poet sits holding the lotus bloom in mental fitness, no he never moves. The swordsman dances over flowers with ease, crushing only the things that he never sees. The poet lives silently amongst his words, making the unspeakable of mere nouns and verbs. The swordsman wastes no time with speech and goes only as far as his steel can reach. The blade strikes poetry into the heart. The pen writes method, how sword plays thoughts bonded. They get murdered and reborn again, showing how to create poetry for swordsmen.
Poetry, I cut with precision. Prepare yourself. I've seen all your moves. You'll never defeat me. No other technique can inflict as much pain.
Could be any blade from katanas to sabers. Swords masters stay sharper than finest razors. With the right stone on the edge they labor. Weapons crave blood, they've tasted the flavor, so they know which ways to sway like trees and wind. Switch styles with grace, they never break when they bend. A combination of pure nature and man-made sin. Awake every day to make practice again. While monks read scripture and gauge ears, they learn the most precise way to pierce a samurai's armor or the hide of a demon. Master opponents leaving brave men screaming. Some be unkillable the way it seems when he meets 100 victims before he meets victory, and he sees 1,000 souls atop his grave. Awaits in the day they can make him pay. Undefeatable in life, he'll still meet his end. Trying to make peace, he seeks one who speaks. Poetry for swordsmen. Poetry for swordsmen. In the grove of the cherry tree, the poet sits patiently awaiting the fate that he seen that night in his dreams. A soul whose mind silently screams, approaching the light that constantly gleams. The poet's been waiting for this day in preparation. When the moment comes, he'll speak, no hesitation. From white blooms there comes a blood-soaked man, rusted blade held in the steadiest hands. Wise men flinch not from the deadliest glance. Invited for tea, swordsmen slowly advance. After the poet speaks, cites a few quotes, the insight of both men is beginning to grow. The writer whispers, draw your sword. The fighter responds, I never killed an innocent before. Not killed but trade my life for yours, and may mine be the last limp shell laying to the floor. So the blade strikes chest lovingly. In death the poet made them both whole cunningly. Listen carefully, strike well, practice carefully, write well. The poet sits holding the lotus bloom in mental fitness, no he never moves. The swordsman dances over flowers with ease, crushing only the things that he never sees. The poet lives silently amongst his words, making the unspeakable of mere nouns and verbs. The swordsman wastes no time with speech and goes only as far as his steel can reach. The blade strikes poetry into the heart. The pen writes method, how sword plays thoughts bonded. They get murdered and reborn again, showing how to create poetry for swordsmen. When you see a swordsman draw your sword, do not recite poetry to one who is not a poet.